Hi guys,
Hello, people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos, episode 12. Somebody wrote us a comment that like first 12 episodes is like 6A, and then the next 9 episodes like 6B, meaning I don't think this episode is gonna be something huge,
Okay.
but like meaning that like the show changes. That like there
What
is
happens
thing,
for it to change?
I don't know. Like that there is a
Is there a time jump?
Yeah, I thought more like maybe it's gonna be focused on a story differently. Maybe these 9 episodes are gonna be much faster, or like I don't know.
Interesting. Was there like
And
there wasn't a pause? No.
No, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it was a pause. I have no idea. Didn't ask. I just read the comment.
And as usual, guys, we take your word as gospel. Whatever you tell us, yeah, that makes sense.
So technically, this is like finale of the first part of season 6.
And everything changes after this.
I don't think everything, just like a pace. Like different.
Well, I mean, I did expect it,
Like every season is a bit different, like has different pace, has different subjects.
Yeah.
Remember season 4? Completely different than the previous season.
Yeah.
So like I thought maybe more like that because like the person didn't specify anything.
Yeah.
But can be anything.
I guess we'll find out in this episode.
Like, let's say somebody can die. Who can die? Nobody can die.
Honestly, I remember the picture is Phil Leotardo in the hospital bed. So, like, something either happened or just, like, it's something unimportant. I don't know.
Or he has a cancer.
One might say deserved.
Yeah. So, I think many would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, God knows what can happen. Maybe.
I don't know. Interesting.
Again, Johnny...
We're going into single digits, so literally I think things are...
That's what I mean.
And
in my opinion, first season was calmer.
And the thing is...
First half was calmer.
Yeah, I think the first half...
The pace was not fast, let's say.
No, I think it served sort of to set up characters...
I agree.
For maybe the downfall that, again, honestly, I believe that they're gonna get. And I think... There's so many. I expect all of them to either die or go to jail. So and we have 10 episodes for all of this to happen. So things have to let's say start moving in that sort of way.
That's what I mean as well. So that's why I first again want to mention not the first time that this first half of the season was my favorite. Literally my favorite. I loved every episode. I loved the story. It felt completely like Sopranos that I love. That I fall in love in season 1. So that's the first thing that I want to say. But yes, I agree. It was more about the characters. It was very calm, even though many things have happened. But it was more about characters and what they're going through and what is happening with them, and
mentally.
Exactly things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't a big war, big storyline.
No. And I love that, especially for the last season. And so I think the first half, apparently concluded with this, let's say, has been just phenomenal. I loved every single episode. I cannot wait to see what then the other half of this is gonna be. What's it gonna look like?
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed this first half.
Me too.
So I have no idea what this episode is supposed to be.
Can be anything, honestly.
We finished the Vito storyline. We have the notion that Carmela should know that Adriana is dead. Everything else, there's so many facets that can happen.
Exactly.
I have wouldn't even know where to tell you.
Which story is gonna focus on.
We could find out by playing this. We could play
and see and talk after what we think of it.
That seems reasonable.
I agree.
Now I keep thinking about Detroit.
Nothing was filmed in Detroit.
What?
Nothing was filmed in Detroit.
No?
Somebody knows nothing was filmed in Detroit.
Did you ask Philip why he lied to you?
I don't know.
Or his father lied to him? We don't know.
Or just he didn't understand. I don't know if because he was born in Detroit. I don't know if they moved to New Jersey. I have no idea. I mean, I didn't ask questions.
Yeah, Detroit. Why not?
I don't know. When he told me that, I was thinking, this is New Jersey, but who is
John Patterson? Is this supposed to be an emotional episode?
Honestly, I have no idea which house is this. What? You don't know anything about this guy?
I was like, is this supposed to be emotional? For the guy without a head, I guess.
Yeah, I can't with these people.
He reminds me too much of Al Bundy
Who is Al Bundy?
from Married with Children,
What is Married with Children?
a show.
God, he thrown just ahead. I can't.
I like the song. What is the song?
Okay, maybe it's gonna be his episode.
Well, he's gonna end up in jail. Not
in the
jail.
hospital.
Hospital. Someone gonna shoot him now. What? I thought the shadow was someone coming up behind him to shoot him.
Okay. You somehow convinced me that he was gonna get shot. I was waiting for it.
Well, I didn't think an explosion, but I mean, they barely missed dying in the explosion.
It's done. Listen.
Gee, sounds like a real weenie roast.
Hey, your friend the Shaw was walking in when it happened. Him and some schifuza got blown back on their keisters.
And last went the deed to Jamages.
Now you got over that part that you can cheat on your wife. Now.
That night, just like making a policy not to mix business.
No apology necessary.
Good, because the truth is I haven't been able to forget about you. And,
We have to walk it back.
Ryan, you free for dinner? Maybe.
Like I said,
Thanks, but I think I'm nice. Congratulations on the sale, though.
he
Is
is.
this gonna be another hyperfixation? Now he has to win her.
Who is? Oh, Adriana's mom.
In a psychiatric hospital. Love the
Gone by
storyline
the
for
time I
her.
got up. Liz LaServa tried to commit suicide. Pills.
What'd you do that for?
Apparently she got a letter for aid from the Salvation Army.
Why, age homeless?
She made a donation every year to feed the homeless on Thanksgiving. The letter set Liz off, evidently. I told you, I had another dream about aid in Paris. A French policeman told me she was dead, and I had to tell her.
I know, huh? Pepe Le Pew.
It doesn't change the fact that Adriana is missing.
But like the way that he's able to speak about Adriana, it shocks me every time.
Fuck, come on, cut it out. Because you're already talking like a real construction worker.
Yes, but like she doesn't think that this is Adriana dying has anything to do with business. She thinks that it has to do with Chris.
Yeah.
And that
Yes.
Tony is not lying because like she
Yes.
otherwise wouldn't talk to him about
Yes.
this, you know.
So there's no one. How come you don't bring her around?
Honestly, I would, but she's black. Oh,
You're taking a shine?
Oh, is that the
She's
name
hot,
of the
too.
episode?
classy. Not that it would matter to Paulie. Still have to listen to all his racial bullshit. Yeah. Fuck you, don't.
Oh, he's in love.
I'm Anthony.
Yeah, I just did your paperwork.
Oh.
But is that not?
Cleaned up.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, but who's on
You
top of her?
started it.
Because I thought I was watching Chris.
Oh, it is Chris. Is it Chris?
Seriously.
Well, this is definitely not gonna be an issue for Tony. I know that.
How can you even like a person who sleeps with a married guy?
I rushed in with her. I thought I wanted it.
You do. You're not giving it a chance. You'll see, eventually you'll want kids. That'll be good.
I don't want a family with her. She's got no idea who I am.
What happened to the last girl that understood you?
You asked me to fucking attend.
Well, he's not in the hospital.
Fair enough.
What's that picture then?
Now I won't call it a sit down
Maybe
because
by the end of the
the
episode.
exam
Yeah,
and
literally,
the
he's not even
implications.
nothing happened.
Let's think of it as a meeting of minds. The good ship Lollipop, right? Phil, please. Please my ass. The man was a fucking disgrace.
But before he came out of the closet, he worked for me. And he put a lot of money in my pocket. And yours, too.
Talk about Ernest. How about Fat Dom Gamiello? What about him? He's MIA. A lot of people are concerned for his well-being.
Oh, that's the
What the
one's
fuck would I
name.
know about that?
That's-
Well, it's coincidence,
I think the
but
dead
that
one's
was
name.
last seen in New Jersey.
So was the Hindenburg. Maybe you want to look into that, too.
Tony, please, Phil. We're getting off point. There's one thing my father taught me, it's this. A pint of blood costs more than a gallon of gold. My business, all of our businesses, this infighting's costing money.
I'm willing to move forward. Let the past be bygones.
Your brother Billy, whatever happened
What is
there,
his position in
Ted,
this?
Whatever happened there, the shooting. Whatever happened there, God rest his soul.
I'll tell you what fucking happened. This piece of shit's cousin
Calm
put
down,
6
Phil.
bullets in the kid without any provocation whatsoever.
My cousin's dead.
Fuck you.
Hey, we were making headway here. I didn't mean to
Fuck
say...
what you meant, cocksucker.
Maybe the war is gonna actually happen, but with Phil, not with Johnny.
Well, that's what it looks
the
like.
Fuck? Why would you possibly bring that up?
Carmen is not the brightest.
Literally.
What is his position? Is he just like moderating?
The girl gonna come.
Is the girl here?
The safe.
What?
Where I live. You asked?
Right.
You have to come over, take me on a date.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a son, Hector. He's 3.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, there's only 6 numbers.
I left the last one off. You want to find me, you're gonna have to work for it.
It's not gonna be hard. She like one number. I feel like there's
You have an emergency call.
9 options here.
Oh my god. Pop?
10.
10 with the 0, yeah.
That's not funny.
How'd you get your attention?
Well, you had my attention, now you're wasting my time. I have to go.
This is gonna be such a problem
There used to be a uniform
with
supply.
Chris that
What's
I...
he asking?
3 1/4.
I was driving by.
Like, is that how their relationship is gonna deteriorate?
Square feet.
You get the seller to knock something meaningful off the asking. I fix it. You flip it.
You're serious about this?
Well, you never do shit like that?
No, I was up for anything. He signed the escrow papers, and I'm not sure what happened, but he
The entire time I was thinking, how did Chris meet her?
was so fucking humiliating. I mean, could have been worse given my history. Could have been junk.
Julie, right?
Juliana,
Listen. I liked your share on that, seriously.
I'm glad. You look familiar.
Pork store now. Century Alice.
Oh,
You want to go for coffee?
wanna follow me to that dive on Sippin' JFK?
Girl, everyone that got involved here died. Run.
Anyway, I was telling him about Abe,
Private.
and he said we should hire professionals to track her down. It's not as expensive as you might think, Tony. He gave me his card.
Did you ever think that maybe it's an intrusion into Abe's personal life?
But what if she's in trouble, Tony?
His reaction to this
that
should tell you something.
Yes.
Come on the spec house. I need you to go live in the building inspector. Leave alone, you said. Do it today, for all our sakes. My wife needs a career.
Caesar's good evenings.
Good holidays to your family, huh?
Yeah, you too.
There can be a story with these two guys. We like see them. They say 2 words and then we continue.
So who's this fiancé you were telling me about?
Jesus. What the fuck do you want here? Just move on, huh?
I was confused. I'm not now.
What a coincidence. 'cause
He's
that's
doing
exactly
everything.
how I
He's
feel.
thinking
to
right
sleep
now.
with you.
Take all the time you need. Just stick it in the lockbox.
He's gonna lose his mind. Like, she's not gonna sleep with him, but she's
Yeah.
Chris's girlfriend. He cannot handle this. His ego could not handle this.
Girl.
I didn't mean
But
it like
like-
that. There's a lot in it.
Does Chris know?
Are you sure about the title?
What? About her?
Yeah.
No.
The
I don't
Jerry
think
so
Master
either.
collection? This boss, he's a really rough. Is Anthony Soprano like that?
It's just a jumping off point for the character. Got some similarness. Like he thinks everything's his.
But it's not.
He knows?
Yeah, he
How
knows.
did you come to this
Can't get into it,
conversation?
but there are some rules.
Thank you. Don't
What?
get into it. I don't want to know.
It's just weird, being where he's been.
He hasn't been anywhere.
He's been there in his mind.
Ugh. Not a fucking parking spot.
As far as I'm concerned, this is like 9/11. Tony wanted our attention, fine. He got our attention.
This might be
Now we
war.
wipe him off the planet.
You know that fat cocksucker said
Maybe
I
that's why
shot
the-
Iran?
Who does?
Tony.
The next 9 episodes are different.
And it
Never
happened
got
by
that.
accident,
Piece of
technically.
shit. It's irrelevant, Phil. But he's tested me.
A whacker boss? I won't do that.
It's been done before.
And it was wrong then.
Eye for an eye then, huh? Pick somebody over there.
Chris. Who? Chris? Chris?
White trash motherfuckers and Narcotics Anonymous. Fucking Jerry Springer show.
The fuck was your whining tonight?
Remember that real estate agent Tony was dealing with? The Jewish one?
Fucking A. He planted the flag, I'd back off.
No, he didn't do shit, she said. He wanted to, and I never pulled the trigger. She's in recovery. Junk.
Huh? Fucking movie of the week. Two of you together could be enabling. Bad habits shared.
But it's more like she knows how bad it is. We watch out for each other. She wouldn't even let me have Red Bull, seriously.
Well, that's the other school. Two are stronger than one.
I know I'm different with her.
Well, I guess we just keep an eye on it.
And it gets worse. If you he's connected. To what? The mafia. No.
Imagine your friend telling you this like at a deli store.
No.
It's good to me.
I want you to listen to this very carefully. I'm your sponsor. I'm not judging you. I'm not disappointed. I am concerned, and I'm here to help you help yourself. Unlike you, I've lived in North Jersey my whole life, and those people, like his boss, they are sociopaths. Murderers, actually.
I know.
Preach.
Getting a little carried away.
I don't think she's getting carried enough.
With everything, I'm getting a cold.
Is that how he can figure it out? If she's getting a cold, Chris gets a cold, and then he sees her, she's like coughing. He sees him, he's also coughing.
Shit.
Oh, don't do anything about it. Don't do anything about it.
What's this asshole's problem?
Don't. There's 3 of them. There's 1 of you.
My ex used to go down and kick their asses, but now they're back. Okay, Bobby. It's all right.
You're gonna get yourself. God, no one have a weapon for the love of God.
Look, alright, you guys move. Alright, go hang somewhere else. I'll give you this bike. It's a Gary Fisher. It's only a year old.
They're gonna take it and not leave.
Alright.
I am shocked, honestly.
It doesn't bother you that I'm younger than you are?
What about the one?
How old is she?
But I was asked what the
Just even to it.
age difference. I don't even know how old he is.
I think
Oh,
he's like,
he's college, okay.
he's 19.
I'm gonna go down to pharmacy, get some Robitussin.
No! It's got dextromethorphan.
What are you gonna do? Rip your fucking lungs out? This is crazy.
You certainly seem very anxious to get cough medicine in here.
They have to avoid something like this.
Fuck it. It's over the counter. How much shit could be in it?
She doesn't want to.
Maybe you could get some valerian tea. You put 8, 9, 10 tea bags in a cup.
Fuck's that gonna do?
It's equal to like taking a Valium.
I didn't know that.
Same chemical family.
Valerian tea.
You have to go to the health food store.
The Russos, picture of their dogs. It's sad with no children.
Your spec house.
Oh my god. The building department. Construction may begin immediately. Tony, is this you? This is the best Christmas present I could ever get.
I better turn that vacuum like that.
So, Christmas Eve, besides the shrimp, I told DeSanto the cherries.
God! This show frustrates me so much.
I don't feel good.
I honestly can't believe still that Anthony gave them the bike.
That wasn't violence.
It wasn't violence.
Did I say I'm hot?
Oh, that's why he also was.
And it worked. Violence, like not violence, fucking worked.
Is it also anxiety?
Or cancer.
The Bellas, too.
Now, when one is having a heart attack, the body releases proteins that act as markers, which we would detect in the blood. You know, showing.
So it is
his heart is fine?
Yeah.
anxiety.
Christ.
Mr. Vito, some people will pay millions for that diagnosis.
So what the hell's wrong with me?
My guess is simple gas.
I always say he's full of hot air.
Well, the idea of like killing a boss or anything close to that.
You are.
Didn't we just refuse cough syrups? That's just how it escalates, because like she said, 10 tea bags is like a Valium, and we became enablers.
Yeah.
Anyone that came in the vicinity of them.
I know, but like I think that at least it's what I usually heard, that like addicts being with addicts.
I'm dying. My heart.
Oh my god! Here, it's all over.
He's the funny doctor that got put in the back of a car. Remember him?
Crash cart! Can I get a crash cart?
You go and hug him.
Crash cart!
What was that?
Phil Utah took a heart attack. A big one, apparently.
Oh! So there is a Santa Claus.
He's in intensive care over in Brooklyn. Doesn't look too good.
Sweetheart, drinks all around. And, club soda for the messenger here. You're happy about this thing? A manageable pain, though, huh? The devil, you know. After the shit in the coal mines?
God.
You can make a ham turkey.
For Christmas? Fucking idiot. Visitor, Mr. Soprano.
Oh. We're gonna have to have a scene with Tony and him.
Bobby?
This is sad. Like no one visits him.
Just to say you should keep this.
What's that?
You had Beppy drop it by, remember? Had it posted. It said Merry Christmas.
It's a gift. It's a little something for you and Karen and the kids.
It wouldn't be right. I mean, frankly, I shouldn't be here after what happened with Tony. You shot him.
Like maybe I wasn't acting alone.
Junior, JFK was 40 years ago.
That's all I'll say about that.
God.
I should take off.
You want a snack? A soda? The fuck, you just got here.
Happy holidays.
I hate feeling bad. Like, I wanted punishment for all of them. But I...
You know her? Oh, that's right. You and her. How'd that all go? I had to put her on the shelf.
And she's a friend of Kaisha, the black one I was telling you about. She was just now asking me what to get Kaisha for her birthday.
Who's buying this?
Why did he say, oh, you and her? How would he even know if she didn't tell him? Like Tony said...
No. Well, remember she came in when they were all sitting, I think. And so like he was, I think, talking to them definitely about the kid. They always talk about women.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Us being able to use again, but integrating it into our lives.
Yeah,
Not easy.
but interesting as shit.
I should probably tell Tony we're fucking. Start poking around. Finds out we met in AA. He could suspect I'm using again. I ruin everything.
God.
Here he is. Where the fuck you been? You had to fill out surgery now? Turds in the aorta. Medical first. Is something I should tell you. A real estate agent.
Yeah?
I've been banging her.
See, I knew some shit was going on.
Point is, I want everything above boards, as always, between you and me.
I don't give a fuck. Do what you want with her. This is my reward.
Your reward.
I do not betray my wife. I go out of my way not to have an affair with this
My
woman.
reward.
Very hot, very beautiful, intelligent woman. Pushed away, Carmela nursed me and cared for me. And my fucking turkey neck of a nephew winds up with his dick in there.
If I was Malfoy, I would be like, I can't do this anymore.
Me too. I
cannot listen to you anymore.
Literally,
I'm encouraged.
I sat here dreading the end of the story would involve you erupting in some act of violence towards your nephew.
Well, Christmas isn't over yet.
You came out of that shooting feeling each day is a gift. Well, this is a corollary to that. You don't have to eat every dish of rigatoni. You don't have to fuck every female you meet.
He's thinking about why not?
You know what I've been realizing? These women, they're all sort of the same. So what's that about?
What do you think it's about?
Probably the reason I still come here. To hang out with you.
Hang out. You're not hanging out.
Nothing really changes with the therapy part.
Nothing can change because you don't want it to change.
It's not a fucking magic wand. You have to put in work. But like this is my reward.
He needs a reward for not cheating on his
very
wife.
scary to me.
This?
Like their scenes with addiction, they're so scary to me.
There are any scenes with the addiction.
Well, any scenes, just I mean, but like
because there are a lot of them in Virus as well.
They're so scary to me.
Do you remember Jesse?
That's so
that
scary
was
to
terrifying.
me.
I completely agree. It's terrifying to watch.
Says he wants you to know was he having a sandwich.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you for letting me know.
What do you want, Harris?
So, Phil Leotardo, huh? Coronary?
I swear to God, I had nothing to do with that.
I'm still in touch with some agents who work OC. From what they hear, you're not very popular in Brooklyn right now.
So what else?
If you want to live.
Someone close to you may be in danger.
Really? Anybody specific?
All they know is, it's under serious discussion at top levels. It's Christmas.
He just continues eating his sandwich.
It's fascinating to me that is he an FBI?
Yeah.
He's here.
But like this would help them when you think about it. They have nothing to lose with this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want me to call a doctor?
But it's so weird to me.
It could be anything. I'll see you later. Bring me home a quattro formaggi. I don't care what time it is. Wake me up.
All right.
Mwah.
Dad, I took an oath. That was a sacred oath.
Is that an urban legend?
No. You burn the saint. Get your blood. I can never really get into the higher power part.
No, neither. It's hard. I mostly think of the group consciousness as a higher power.
I said to myself that oath would be my higher power. That would be my strength. That code. That's a soldier's oath.
I could see that.
But the problem is, nobody lives it no more. Not Tony, not nobody.
They let you down. Are you breaking up with me?
No?
Should we go to a meeting?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Take one car?
I'll follow you.
I think I should come to Brooklyn, cocksucker.
Just so you know, he bought all his guys a drink when he heard you had a heart attack.
Well, I was in that coma. It went someplace. But I know I never want to go back there. Believe me, nobody ever laid on their deathbed wishing they saved more no-show jobs. You get out of this fucking place. But when you do, you focus on grandkids. The good things. We can have it all, Phil. Plenty for everybody. Stop crying now.
George, hi. Carmela Soprano. Listen, I want to move ahead with the roofing. Ordering the slate?
Mom, you got cocktail sauce?
In the fridge, top shelf.
Everybody, this is Blanca. Blanca, my mom, my dad.
Hi, this is Hector. Say hello, baby.
Hi, Hector.
A cute baby, oh my god, look how he's dressed.
He's not so shy at home.
Who's coming later, huh? Is Santa Claus coming? Huh?
Carmela, it's Nero.
Can't wait to hear.
10 years old here, and she's Puerto Rican.
Dominican.
What is the second part?
Maybe.
I think the 10 years older part is concerning. How old is he? 19?
Yeah, that's 29.
What are you looking at me like that for? You were overjoyed when I shut him down there.
How's that? She's 10 years older and Puerto Rican.
I know. I was shocked because of the 10-year-old part.
No, I know, I just like...
Tell me.
The Puerto Rican part, I would expect.
And I gotta
Yeah, I know, but just like still.
I was waiting for a comment from the start, you know.
You have a gorgeous home. Thank you.
We do.
This might be the last Christmas you spent together.
Yeah. Loved more in the previous guest star. It was Gianna.
Only in Sopranos is a Christmas episode gonna look like this. You know?
Depressing.
Yeah. I mean, there is nothing to be fucking joyful about. Like, maybe in seasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, we could have pretended. But now we're at the end. It's all fucking bleak.
Where are we gonna start? With who?
God, where do you want to start? Literally, I don't know.
Exhausting. Honestly, watching Tony is fucking exhausting, let's say. I mean, I'm not saying I want to start with Tony.
No, I agree,
I'm
but
just
it
saying,
is.
like, because, like, for example, that reminded me of how selfish he is. How everything is about him constantly.
Yeah.
How every nice deed he does.
Yeah.
It's never about the person that, like, he loves.
No.
You know?
It's about him.
Like, because he didn't want to help Carmela with the spec house.
Yeah.
Because she didn't make him a sandwich. She bought a sandwich. So, she was too occupied about something else other than him.
He didn't like her being occupied.
So, like, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
And now in this episode, when she was occupied because Adriana's mom tried to commit suicide, you know?
And like
and
she had
started to
that
ask questions.
dream, so like now she thinks something bad might have happened,
And
she wants to track her down.
Yeah, track her down. How a PI.
Yeah.
So now now he wants to help
Now
her.
he's gonna do that. Now when
Such
he
a
needs
nice
to...
deed, and like because
Yeah.
he loves her, and so he wants her to be happy, and that's a Christmas present. It's the best Christmas present ever.
God, what a like husband of the year award. Nothing here is shocking. Like don't get me wrong. Like when I said like their fucking sentence, she's Puerto Rican. You know, like this was not me being shocked at them being racist.
Honestly, yeah,
but that's just like I like every time.
Because honestly, I was just waiting. So that part
Yeah.
completely didn't take me off guard. Like I didn't
like,
even hear it.
I just
considering that like I was waiting for that part.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for them to comment something on her not being white, you know.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for them to comment something that like she has a kid.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't know how old she was. Like technically she could have been
that
very...
was literally the only thing technically in my mind, because like first when I saw her and I saw that AJ was gonna like, let's say, pursue a relationship, that's when I thought they're about to have a problem with this because they're just racist people. Like we know when Meadow had a boyfriend that was black.
Yeah.
What that entailed. So like that's when I thought, oh, they're gonna have a problem with this because like she's not white. But like then I was like, how old is she? He's a kid, and so like that's the only thing that was in my mind. Like when she came in, I forgot that like this is gonna be a problem.
Okay.
So like when I read "I'm Puerto Rican," like, in my mind I was like.
Yeah, and to me it was different because like in my mind I knew, like I realized immediately that she was older, especially when she said that like she has a kid, but you see
when she said that she had a 3-year-old kid, I was like, she could have a kid when she was like 16,
18.
17, 18, you know.
And I was like 18, 3 or 20 something. I thought maybe she's gonna be the most 23, 24. That was my opinion.
Yeah.
So like when they said like she's 10 years old, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That was the shocking part.
Yeah. They are in completely different stages of their lives. He's a kid. He's a fucking kid. So like that's...
I honestly don't know in what stage of her life she is in.
No, I don't know either. But like definitely you cannot be 29 and date a 19-year-old.
Nope.
Like 10 years it's not that big of a difference when people are like adults. 19 is a child. What the fuck do you know? Like, that's... A 22-year-old and a 32-year-old have nothing to do. Like, they have nothing in common. I don't know what you're searching for in there. So this is just concerning. I mean, that's all I can tell you.
Me too.
I have nowhere else to go with that.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me to see AJ interact with the kid.
Yes, like
that
from
is
the
an
start,
interesting part.
the dynamic was very interesting in my opinion, because like he looked enamored by her when he saw her, you know.
Yeah, like he was a boy struck in love. Like it was a very beautiful woman, whatever. So like he seemed enamored immediately. And then she approached him and she said that she has a kid and all of that. And then we saw a scene when he was at her house and when these guys are playing music out very loud, drinking or whatever, and she said my ex-boyfriend would beat them up, you know. Yeah.
And then I was not sure where this is gonna go, you know. Like
I thought he was gonna go there and they're gonna beat him up because like he's one and there's 3 of them, and I thought he was gonna like try to say something.
He was gonna maybe pay them.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna maybe pay them because like again I think he knows that he wouldn't be able to beat them.
Yeah.
I think
I know
is
he
not
knows, but
confident in himself. That he's too scared to approach them and try to
I think
pretend
so as well.
something.
It's just that like again he thinks he's supposed to be a certain way. So like the way that he would approach him, I thought it was gonna be similar to the way that he approached the junior when he wanted to like
exactly. That's
like
what
pull out the knife, which would be, you know, terrifying.
Exactly.
Because like he thinks there is a certain way that he needs to be and behave, but even though like he doesn't feel that's not like what he wants to do.
Yes,
you know, but like he feels like he needs to do this. So like I thought it was gonna be a similar thing.
I completely agree. But like at the same time, I thought that he already went through that like traumatic experience.
Yeah.
And he would not even now be confident enough to even try.
Yes.
And that's why I I was just thinking maybe if he had a gun.
Yeah.
Maybe he would threaten them with a gun.
Yeah.
You know, but like fight. I thought no way, you know, like he would like he would be too scared to do that
Yeah.
because he knows he would not be able to go through that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But again, I was like then thinking maybe he has some money on himself, so like he's gonna try to pay them just like Tony pays everything, you know.
Yeah.
That would track with the fact that he learned that from his father, you know, paid through the life. Then he offered them a bike, which technically is a payment, you know, but
that's all he has.
That was all he had, and like he didn't approach them violently. He didn't like he just like approached them this way, and they accepted it, you know, and like the non-violence in that situation worked, you know.
Yeah.
It was in my opinion a very interesting scene.
I think it goes to show you that like inherently he should be and can be a kind kid. Let's say, like, he's not gonna resort to violence, but like because of the environment that he is in and because of who his father is, it's very easy for him to go down this path that doesn't belong to him. Similar to like how Tony grew up. You know, he's not fit for this job. He's not fit for this role, yet he has had to play it, and thus he has become such a man. AJ could very well be headed down that road. Who knows? Like, there was something to me that was like seeing him with this kid somehow, him saying like that he likes kids and then like playing with the kid. You know, I don't know if he now has this, let's say, purpose, more of a purpose to be like a good role model for his kid, because I think when you grow up with parents that were abusive, you don't want to repeat that. You know, you want to give your kid everything that was not given to you. Of course, if you don't like work on yourself, it's easy to fall into the patterns that you know.
Yeah.
And so, no, that's the difficult part of like unlearning what your norm was in your house. So this is an interesting story now with AJ. Like it kind of threw me off a loop where like I thought his story was gonna go, and where we are right now, I'm not sure now what this entails.
Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted to say. That like it is something that like I didn't expect to happen. Like even this girl coming and like him being in love, or at least at this point in this episode he was enamored, but like it seems like, especially with the kid and all of that, it seems like he can be in love with her, you know, and that can affect person very much, you know. So like I'm really interested to see where this story is gonna go.
Yeah, like now this like completely throws off anything that I thought about AJ's storyline.
I mean, I honestly, when I say it throws off, like I honestly had no idea where exactly it's going, you know?
Yeah.
Again, not exactly where it's gonna end, you know? So like I'm just like wondering what this is gonna bring to the story right now, and how this is gonna
that's very
affect also his relationship with his parents, because they are not gonna be supportive of this.
Yes.
You're gonna have to see that. Is Tony gonna try to sabotage this?
Is Carmela gonna try to sabotage this?
Yeah, but like I feel like Tony has more power in that manner. Well, you know, like Carmela can.
Talk.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know.
He can pay her. You know.
I also think the thing with Chris and Juliana is fast. Like, incredible how like in one episode things become more clear, because in the past episode, no idea where like AJ could go, what's gonna happen with his storyline. Always thought that like, you know, Chris and Tony have to have like some type of head to head, and I think both of them end up dead. How, I don't know. Like it seems at least one of them dies by the other one, but like then Chris Shet would have to die by Tony, because Chris is not gonna outlive Tony and then like die from something else, or maybe I don't know. Maybe like he would overdose. I don't know.
Honestly, with Chris, I really think there is a potential for overdose thing.
I think so as well. Like especially now again we're going with drugs.
Like one of the first things on my mind. Like it can be even like something can happen with Tony and then he's gonna go and overdose.
Yeah, I could like very easily think that, because like
both
I feel
those
like
things can be true.
I feel like Tony's gonna have to want to punish him. Mm-hmm. You know, for this, like for taking stuff, like for taking his toy, you know.
I mean, so we saw what happened with the previous guy who took his girlfriend. Yeah. You know. So like he humiliated him. I don't think he's gonna do that to Chris, but I do believe that like he's gonna.
That's what I mean. Like I think he needs to like. There's gonna be a punishment there, and I think, you know, again we have 9 episodes after this. Mm-hmm. Like this is gonna be the last thing for them. So like now we have that, and like even for Tony, when like we're talking about he definitely has to die, but like who could even kill him? And now in this episode they're talking about like taking him out. You know, like that kind of a war could very easily take him out. Like it could just be random guys from Philly or Tardo, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's that type of a world where anyone can shoot you at any point in time. How many times, every time someone gets out of a car, I'm like, someone's coming to shoot you. Every time.
I completely understand and agree with what you mean. It just with Tony still, to me, somehow, I'm still not prepared for him dying. Like I don't feel it in the air. Like I think even if they talk about it in every single episode, like I don't, like something has to change for me to understand, to understand like it's coming in the next episode.
I feel something in the air, like Agent Harris coming and telling him like, I can tell you, like they're thinking about killing someone close to you.
I don't think it's gonna be Chris.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. Like it's either Sylvia or Paulie. Yeah, that's it.
I agree.
One of them.
I agree. I'm considering that Paulie potentially has cancer. I mean, he has cancer, but like early
he said he said like it caught it early. So like
you
I
never
don't know if he like
those
even
things,
yeah.
But like so like maybe potentially it could be Silvio. I have an idea. Especially because he's his next right hand man. Like if I were to kill somebody, like if it was family, if I would want to hurt him emotionally, I would go with Chris.
Yeah.
If I want to hurt him with the closest, strong, biggest soldier like next to him, his right, that would be Silvio. Like Paulie wouldn't even cross my mind, honestly. But like doesn't have to be Paulie. Could be the easiest target.
Random.
But like I don't think it's gonna be like even this episode, even though for 1 second there, like when the agent said or something, I don't remember what, we went to Chris's scene and he was outside. I was a bit, are we gonna watch Chris die?
No, like, literally that I thought that as well. I mean,
like in that scene, but like technically I really think like his death is gonna look differently. I think I could definitely see a scene where Tony hurts him or something, does something to him, and he again for a million times realizes how Tony does not love him, like is cruel to him, will never love him the way be family, the way that like Chris wants him to be family, and then he overdoses. Like I could
believe that. I could fully see that.
Yes, I could.
Like,
because it's by Tony, but like it's not just by Tony. It's...
Like even that line of him saying that, like, let's say he needed a.
Sorry, it's our food.
That like he needed, I don't know exactly, but like a pillar, I guess, like for, I don't know exactly what they teach you in like AA meetings or something like that, but like something that like a thing you can hold on to.
I understand.
Let's say.
Yes.
And so like for him, he thought that this was gonna be his oath, but because no one else in this in their group honors their oath, then he continues using. I thought it was a very interesting line when she said they let you down, you know. Because like it was not about the oath of like, oh, me being in a mafia world, you know, it was about that unit. It was about the family that he was supposed to get, that he didn't get with them. And so like there is no pillar, like there is no foundation for you to
honor,
cling to. Like this is not your family. Like they do not have your back at any point.
Not Tony.
And so like there is nothing for you.
I think if Tony was to do that, like I think that would be enough for Chris.
That would be so enough for Chris, but Tony does not do that. Tony does the absolute opposite. Tony drags Chris down at every point that he has. Like, that's no love. Like, right now, he is gonna be resentful to Chris and do something possibly. Hurt him in some type of way because he is with Juliana. Someone that, like, Tony just wants to, like, sleep with. Just, like, has this hyperfixation on because, again, who does she remind him of? His mother. like, why did he not finish that sentence? Like, well, Manfred told her, what do these women have in common?
Yeah. But, like, he was the one who said that. Yeah. He was the one who, and again, boy, we have talked about that
a million
times. Season 2. I think that, like, that was a subject in season 2 when you met, like, one of, like, maybe what's the woman's name who, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
One of them, you know? Yeah. And he said, like, Malfi said even, you know, that, like, they all
resemble
Livia.
Like, looks-wise and then unstable.
Mentally
not well, you know?
They are drawn to him and he's drawn to that, you know?
Yeah. And it's a perfect, horrible, toxic environment for things to grow. And, like, I mean, she just found the second option to Tony, that's also going to be a very toxic environment for her.
Absolutely.
And again, that's like it's like Tony's situation with her is horrific and toxic. Their situation to me is very sad.
I agree.
Because like they're addicts.
Yeah, I agree.
And so like those scenes of addiction to me are some, like, I don't know, like I want to crawl out of my skin when I see those types of scenes. And so like seeing them starting to use again, and like that's starting from like finding, let's say, a loophole in the tea that she was talking about.
That tells you everything.
Seems very realistic how things spiral out of control.
And how much they fight this urge every single day. That like the second that they find a small loophole about teas, you know?
The thing is, like, it's so difficult. Like, the addiction is so difficult because, like, you have to fight every second.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about, you know, like, at a certain point, like, at certain points when you, like, I don't know, see something in front of you. You have to do it every second. Like, actively, you have to do it every second, and it becomes so very difficult.
And that's why they, like, it's so bad to get involved with somebody who is going through the same thing as you are, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the addiction in the same thing, because, like, you're just gonna pull each other down, you know?
It doesn't always
like,
have to be the case, of course, but, like, I think it's a very big...
Honestly, like, it's
like,
a
very big, especially, like, okay, Chris used
in
3 episodes ago. Like,
yeah.
what? Chris is not there.
That's what I was saying. Like, immediately when I saw that they met at the AA meeting, like, I felt really horrible, and like I knew where it's gonna go, you know, especially because like we know where Chris
like, this
is.
can function if like there's 2 addicts that have been clean for like years, you know, at a certain point where they have their things that work, their rituals. Chris has not been clean for like a month.
Yeah, because like I understand that like they understand each other on a different level. That's like somebody else would be able to understand them, but like I think they would very easily again pull each other down. Like if one,
I mean, just like we saw.
Exactly, if one is not stable and not strong, you know.
And again, Chris
like,
just searches out for someone to understand him. Like his wife, that seems very sweet. Yeah. He cannot like be with her in this way, be loyal, because oh my god, she doesn't understand me. You know, because like I'm an addict, and so like
she doesn't understand who he is.
Yeah, like how do I say this? He makes things dramatic. You know, like it seems like a teenager, you know, like that phase where like no one gets me or whatever. But that's Chris's mental health. Yeah. You know, that's just like what he cannot comprehend, and that's what drags him down constantly as well.
I think it's also like his consciousness that he does not want children. Or that maybe potentially it has a lot to do with Adriana, that he wanted to marry her before, you know, and like he wanted to have children with her, let's say, you know.
Yeah.
So like now starting this family and this obligation, and he is not stable. He does not trust and believes in himself. The only reason why he wants to do it is because of Tony, you know, and how he would be. Look up to that, you know, like how he respects that family.
Yeah, like how that's how things should work.
Exactly.
So, like,
and Tony would respect him because of that.
Yeah, like he's searching. Tony would not. Tony does not care, but like you think that something would change with Tony.
That's what Chris.
And we constantly like run after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this storyline is gonna go. It seems like Chris is already like pulling away from Juliana. You know, her at the end, their last scene is like, you know, her asking, "Are we gonna go together in one car?" And he was like, "Let's take separate cars." I think that like already tells you that he is like kind of backing away from this, but like he told Tony. So I don't know. I literally don't know where we're gonna go with that story.
I mean, again, I think the thing that like that's gonna come out of that storyline is, I mean, I loved when Chris said that like he is aware that they don't respect the code or anything. Like he is aware of that, and that's why he is, let's say, not. That's why he is continuing using. You know? Yeah, I really like that. Honestly, like that, like felt honest to me when he was saying all of that.
It felt clear.
Yeah, it's
Like it felt.
I agree. So like again, I maybe potentially think that's where Chris's storyline is gonna go.
I really could see this,
but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Another aspect of this that I think I'm gonna have to like be very important is the whole Phil Leotardo thing, and like this, let's say, unintentional war that we entered because of the killing of the guy, whatever his name is.
I mean, I think this war has been cooking
literally
for such a long time, you know, like since his cousin Tony B,
Tony B,
yeah,
Tony B,
Tony,
yeah,
Tony B killed the guy,
yeah,
you know, since that moment, like it's been just like waiting for that happen. People have been basically around them stopping it.
The people around him are telling him basically, cannot wait to whack Tony. Phil is still not having it. Phil is like talking about not killing a boss because I think Phil is like older. And so like for them thinking about that like seems maybe unimaginable.
Yeah.
But now he had this heart attack. And see, if I was John, for example, and I knew the way that like Phil spoke to me about crying at my daughter's wedding, the imagery of Phil like hugging the doctor or like then afterwards crying because God forbid you cry, the ammo that you would have would be very large for a person like Phil.
Wait,
I think Phil is so embarrassed that like he had a heart attack, weakness, you know.
Okay.
And so like I think even Phil lying in a hospital bed being visited by Tony, you know, Tony telling you like concentrate on your grandkids or whatever, could feel very demeaning to a man like Phil. You know, I don't think I feel like again, they see weakness in places that just like that's human emotion, you know. So like I think he would feel very embarrassed by this. He seems like that type of a man. Definitely. You know, like I think Tony even said something about like stop crying or like wipe your tears or something.
Yeah, he told him like and stop crying.
So like I think that might have him jaded against Tony somehow, or like uncomfortable or like embarrassed, and he's gonna maybe like if things continue escalating with Tony, he would not maybe be then so prepared to be like, no, I'm not gonna kill him or something like that. You know, so like. I think this is a genuine issue
honestly,
with Tony.
Yes, but I honestly think it's a genuine issue because I think potentially they are gonna go and kill somebody close to Tony.
That's the plan, kind of.
And if that happens, because we know Tony's not gonna die at least 9 episodes, so it's not like they're gonna go immediately now and after Tony, but they could go after Silvio or let's say Paulie or Bobby or I don't know. I don't really doubt Bobby.
I mean, Bobby, if they wanna like kill someone that's close, but not that close.
Maybe.
But technically, Bobby's family, so that would be closer.
Yeah, that would be
I don't
close.
know what they would do.
I don't know, but they could go after somebody like that, and if they kill them, the war is again.
Then it's going. They mentioned the war that lasted 7 years. You know, like it can go back and forth. I don't know, but like now, I think there's a clearer image of how we can get to a certain place, with all of them falling down. And it seems kind of clear, you know. So like that could be the like 6B part of it. Like we're in the
definitely, I think so.
War of it.
No, I definitely think so. As well.
And so, a long time coming.
Can't wait to see all of them fall down. Even though watching Junior in this episode, in my opinion,
Junior was difficult to watch, honestly.
But again, just because he again looks like an old man. I mean, he's an old man.
Yes, that's
and he's lost. He is not like he has Alzheimer's, and that's why I think that's the reason why it's not easy to see him suffer and people turn around away from him, like Bobby not sitting there for 2 seconds, you know, because
like
he has
not
no
accepting
clue what is
the
happening.
gift, like he sent you a Christmas gift, you know what I mean, like returning this gift, like that. If Junior was a smidge of a better human, like I would be shattered here for him. Yeah. Because I feel very awful.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel very awful, and then like in my mind, it's like you were this horrific of a person, like you deserve your sentence to be like no one caring about you.
Yeah, I agree.
Like no one visiting you. People because of you have gotten their lives shortened. Like they cannot draw a breath anymore. So like, why do you get to have this? You know, you're alive. Here you go, but no one visits you. You have no family. It seems like a just punishment. Again, I don't like seeing it. He seems like an old man with Alzheimer's.
That's what I want to say. Like,
And it doesn't feel pleasant.
It's even harder because like he is out of his mind. He has no idea what has happened.
The thing that he has done, it was an accident. In a way. You know, he didn't plan on like shooting Tony. This was not his plan to do this. You know.
So yeah, I just think it was very hard to watch.
Yeah, I agree completely.
And also I think like we had a scene where Carmel was taking out the cards, and like in that moment she chose a spec house, you know, and over investigating her friend's death.
Yeah.
So like that was also, you know,
I mean, like you like perfectly encapsulates what Carmela is as a human.
Yeah.
Like she can close her eyes on awful things or injustice or whatever if you give her a shiny toy.
Yeah.
If you give her something that's shiny enough, she can throw everything else out the window. That speaks volumes about her,
so Tony
who she was.
Knew exactly what to give her.
And that's just simply... Exactly. It's just simply who these people are. And there's little good to say about it. It just is what it is. And I think it's very realistic. I think it's a phenomenal story. That's it. We have 9 episodes to see how they conclude everything.
Honestly, can't wait to see it, but like said that like it's getting over.
I have not reached the point in my mind where it feels over at all.
No, me neither.
I have not reached.
But like
it yet.
I think that is the reason why I cannot see Tony's end.
I understand.
Because like that probably means also end of the show.
Yeah,
and like somehow does not. My mind can't comprehend.
I agree completely.
Okay, guys.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.